250 years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, sharecropping, the Ku Klux Klan, lynchings, bombings, mass incarceration, the separation and destruction of the black family. All of that has had an effect on our mind. Our mind needs to be decolonized. We today are experiencing mental slavery, not physical slavery as once our ancestors had to endure. In my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we take you through every step to start releasing the chains that's on your mind. He or she who controls the mind control the person. It is in a vested interest of the white supremacist system to keep your mind bogged down in a mental slavery, throwing entertainment, throwing drugs, throwing alcohol, anything they can at you to keep you bogged down. You got to free yourself from mental slavery by purchasing our book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, today on Amazon. Make sure you share it with your family, share it with your friends. Everyone can benefit from decolonizing the mind, because once your mind is decolonized, you will never be put to sleep again. You know, this particular story is extremely ridiculous, and you will see that this is just a straight violation of, our sister's First Amendment rights. So you have a young woman that was going into Utah. Now, 19-year-old Lauren Gibson and her friends are driving back to California from a camping trip in Panguitch, Utah. It said when the group was pulled over and ticketed for speeding before they made it out of the small town. Now, say after witnessing the aggressive behavior of the race soldier, it said the sister was left feeling upset and wanted to stand up for her friend and tried to make her feel better. However, they say in doing so, she ended up, they said, on the wrong side of the law. Now, I say in response to the officer's treatment, I say Gibson put out an old "Back the Blue" sign that she picked up earlier that day. They say and waved it in the officer's direction before stomping on it and throwing it in the trash, right? Okay. If that's the way she feel about it, that's the way she feel. Now did this race soldier just like whatever and going back to his car? Oh no. It said a gesture, it said that the Garfield County Sheriff's deputy perceived as intimidating. A woman stomping on a "Back the Blue" sign and throwing it in the trash intimidates you? If that intimidates you, then you shouldn't do that job. That's what it tells me. You sound like you're just scary, right? They said shortly thereafter, it said Gibson was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct and criminal mischief. It said with a hate crime enhancement for her attempt to intimidate law enforcement, according to a probable cause affidavit it said obtained. Now, it said the affidavit also goes into more detail of the officer's account. It said that Gibson stomped on the "Back the Blue" sign, crumpled it up in a destructive manner. Oh my God. Is this a Karen? I mean, seriously, is this a male Karen? Oh, he crumpled it up in a destructive manner. Okay. And threw it in the trash can. Oh my God. That really, oh boy, I'm afraid for your life. All while smirking in an intimidating manner. So somebody could smirk at you in an intimidating manner? Seriously, you wrote that down as a man? Now, it said the sister feels that she was simply expressing her freedom of speech, which she was, and her actions didn't warrant such a serious response, knowing that she had done the same thing to anyone of any different profession, the outcome wouldn't have been much different. She's saying, I don't feel like I did anything wrong, because you didn't do nothing wrong. It say if it was a dentist sign or something, it say, and I crushed it, a dentist and something in front of them, it's like nothing would have happened. It's the same thing. It's just an occupation. Correct. It is just an occupation. Now, she says she also recounted an instance of feeling threatened. They said during the night she spent in jail by the arresting officer, asked her if she knew what happened to the last person. They got arrested for this, referring to a August 2020 case of a man being arrested for a similar infraction and charged with a hate crime. And say he subsequently was found guilty and sentenced to 2 days in jail and a year probation. Now, I say experts, say that the punishment does not fit the crime. So this really does not meet the criteria of what we would generally call a hate crime. It's in all the specific language of the statute. It said that's according to the Utah Regional Director with the Anti-Defamation League. Now, the sister is holding out, they say here, for a more suitable agreement is reached with the prosecutor's office if it's up to the current, but is currently facing up to 1 year in jail for her charges. That's more so that, well, I'm a Mzungu and I just do what I want, and because you hurt my feelings, I'm going to put these charges on you. That's all that was. That's all that was. But these people, like I said, that's why they world spiraling down, brothers and sisters. It's spiraling down. Like I said, you just watching it happen. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're losing their minds. They thinking they're going to get things back to what it used to be. A new America is emerging, and the new America would not have them at the helm like they think they're going to be at the helm. America is going to have a fundamental change, a major fundamental change, and they just going to lose their mind. There's nothing they're going to be able to do about it because their time is up. So I hope the sister get a lawyer and fight that because, and then after that, sue. Because she has a First Amendment right. She do. I mean, crumpling up a sign and supposedly looking at him, and that's supposed to be intimidating? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I mean, if that's the case, if that's supposedly a law on the books in Utah, then people need to start taking them to court, over that unconstitutional law. But, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about, this particular story. It's your first time, visiting our channels. Welcome, welcome. Or you may be recently subscribed. Welcome. But if you are a ghost watcher, which a ghost watcher is someone that watches all the time, but isn't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. That way you know exactly when we post new content. We are a daily news channel, so we're trying to post something for you every day. So make sure you stay in the know by making sure you subscribe.
These proceedings are concluded. This court is adjourned.
All this shit I did for this motherfucking company?
You ever had a great idea stolen from you and didn't know how to go about getting justice? In Charles Ford's The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching, he takes us behind the scenes of his public copyright and civil rights lawsuit against his employer, Con Edison. In this explosive page-turner, Ford writes of an idea he submitted being taken and used without credit or compensation. In a book where no names have been changed to protect the guilty, Ford details how he stood his ground legally against theft and racial discrimination. Ford's exploration of a corporate lynching attempt inspires readers to pursue justice and fight back legally in the face of corporate opposition and retaliation. The Anatomy of a Corporate Lynching is available on Amazon worldwide in paperback and on Kindle. Find Ford at author Charles Ford on Instagram.